Mattel is doing something awesome in this season. They're honoring the achievements of many historical women. One of those women is Rosa Parks, who is known as the modern day mother of the civil rights movement. Mattel will release a doll that resembles Rosa Parks. Here to tell us more about this amazing initiative is Dr. Nwangaza, human rights activist and Malcolm X Center for Self Determination. Dr. Nwangaza, how are you today?
Wonderful. And yourself?
Good. I'm really excited about this initiative. How do you see this doll making an impact on, our children, our nieces, our cousins, those in the African American community?
As a general rule, it is clearly desirable that there are dolls available, images more accurately available, positively presented, made available en masse to our children specifically and the general public more broadly. We are too often presented in one-dimensional terms, and this, of course, it winds up being the exception, especially since it's a part of the array of inspiring women who are multicultural and multiracial. However, it's problematic in that it suggests that Rosa Parks, being dubbed the mother of the civil rights movement, carried the movement on her own shoulder. The truth of the matter is that she not only comes from a long tradition of activism, individual and collective activism, but that there was a whole team of people who worked with her to make her the iconic figure that she is viewed as being today.
I
Among
like
those,
I like the idea of the to have something. I know that it's probably impossible for us to honor everyone, but how do you feel about this idea just of those connected and around us to have at least something to look at, and for Mattel to make such a move to give us something like this?
first of all, I think that we need to raise our standards. And the notion that we are be given something, as opposed to the fact that this is a product that is being sold and not being distributed across the board for free as a way of raising the consciousness of the general public and the self-esteem of young black girls, particularly, says something about us, and we need to examine that. The other part of it is, yes, it's true that she symbolizes as opposed to is the movement, and I think that the lesson is in the fact that it takes a team, it takes a people to change history and not an individual. So while we appreciate it, we celebrate it, and we've moved beyond the notion of a seamstress with tired feet refusing to give up her seat to a white male, we also have to be critical, we have to be instructive, and we have to make sure that the fuller message is carried forward. And that is, a people makes history, not an individual.
I'm excited that they started somewhere. And I'm hoping that this will cause more conversation, more open conversations, more dialogue. I know that we may find it difficult to to create a DAO for everyone, but I'm appreciative that they started something, that they have something. We're starting to see more and more action figures and dolls that more so resemble those in the African American community. And for that, I'm grateful and I'm excited. Dr. Wangaza, thank you so
Let
much
me
for
let me
joining us
just
today.
point this out
And
to
we'll
you
chat
that
with you soon.
the first black dolls were actually produced and manufactured back in the 20s under the leadership of Marcus Garvey. So it's not a new concept. It's not a something that we've overlooked. It's something that with limited resources, we have not been able to sustain. And while, yes, I agree with you, it's important that Mattel has an inclusive product line, at the same time, it's important that we recognize its limitations.
Thank you so much today, Dr. Nwangaza, for joining us on Onyx News today. We'll chat with you soon.